Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to our channel where we delve into the fascinating, sometimes surprising world of royalty. Today, we're bringing you a story that sounds almost like something out of a historical drama, a tale involving claims of deception, the intricate web of European nobility, and even reaching into the inner circle of the British royal family, touching none other than His Majesty, King Charles Roman III. Before we unravel this intriguing narrative, if you're new here or haven't already, please take a moment to click that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring you these detailed insights into the lives and events surrounding the monarchy. Now, let's get into it. The British royal family, and indeed King Charles Roman III, himself share a deep and enduring connection with their counterparts on the European continent, particularly with the German princely and royal houses. This is, of course, rooted in history and a shared ancestry that forms a significant part of the monarch's lineage. King Charles, for instance, boasts a bloodline that is by many estimations composed of roughly half German heritage. His paternal side through his late father, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, is overwhelmingly of German princely stock, hailing primarily from the House of Schleswig-Holstein-Sonderburg, Glücksburg, a branch of the House of Oldenburg with deep roots in Germany. His late mother, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth Roman II, also had German ancestry through her father, King George VI, tracing back through the House of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, a name that was famously changed to Windsor during the First World War precisely because of its German connotations. Given this intricate tapestry of shared history and bloodlines, interactions between the British royals and German aristocratic families are not just common but expected. King Charles himself demonstrated this during his state visit to Germany in 2023, a trip where he was warmly received and even delivered a portion of his speech fluently in German, showcasing his linguistic skill and respect for the host nation. During the same visit, the king took the opportunity for a cherished family reunion, meeting with several of his direct first cousins who reside in Germany. These included prominent members of German noble houses such as Prince Rainier of Hesse, Princess Clarissa of Hesse, Prince George of Hanover, and Prince Ludwig of Baden. These are individuals with whom the king shares a close familial bond, underscoring the very real and ongoing connections between these families. It is within this context of close cross-aristocratic ties that a rather startling piece of news has recently surfaced, casting a shadow over some of the relationships within British high society and raising questions about vetting and authenticity. The source of this revelation is none other than the head of a very significant German princely house, the House of Hohn. For those unfamiliar with German history, the Hohenzins were once one of the most powerful dynasties in Europe, providing kings of Prussia and German emperors. While they no longer reign, the family remains prominent in German aristocratic circles. In a formal declaration issued recently, Prince Karl Friedrich, the current head of the House of Hohn, made a truly remarkable and concerning claim. He revealed that an individual known as Dr. Donatus, who had seemingly integrated himself into British high society, has allegedly been presenting himself under false pretenses, effectively operating as a fake prince. And perhaps most astonishingly, according to Prince Karl Friedrich, this alleged deception has gone undetected, or at least unchallenged publicly for a considerable period, reportedly for the past 2 decades. The reaction from the legitimate head of the House of Hohn is one of profound indignation and frustration. Speaking to the British newspaper The Sun, Prince Karl Friedrich did not mince words. He expressed his deep displeasure, stating unequivocally, "It makes me angry and frustrated. It leaves a very bitter taste in my mouth." He went on to draw a clear line between the individual in question and his own family, asserting, "Donatus is not my blood. He is not a member of the German royal family. He is simply a non-royal name-bearer. The implication here is significant within the context of European nobility. Simply bearing the surname of a princely house does not automatically confer princely status or membership in the dynastic family, particularly if the connection is not through traditional lineage. Prince Karl Friedrich further emphasized this point regarding the individual's use of titles, adding pointedly, "He certainly cannot use the moniker of Serene Highness, a style typically reserved for members of mediatized or formerly ruling princely houses." Adding weight to Prince Karl Friedrich's assertion, a recognized expert in European nobility, Baron Bilker, has reportedly also confirmed the claim. According to reports, Bilker stated that Donatus is indeed the fake prince, lending independent verification to the allegations emanating from the House of Hone. Now, why is this particular case causing such a stir, especially in connection with the British royals? The answer lies in the level of access and the connections that Dr. Donatus has reportedly cultivated within British high society. According to various accounts, he has become associated with a number of prominent organizations, particularly within the music and charity sectors. Crucially, some of these organizations have very high-profile royal patrons. Reports indicate that Dr. Donatis became the chairman of the Friends of the English Chamber Orchestra. He is also listed as an ambassador for the Peakhouse School for Young Musicians, a renowned boarding school located in Bushey, Hertfordshire, dedicated to providing world-class musical education to gifted young people. What makes these connections particularly noteworthy in this context is that His Majesty King Charles Roman III is the esteemed patron of both the English Chamber Orchestra and the Purcell School. This means that if the allegations are true, an individual who is claimed by the legitimate head of a major German princely house to be a fake prince and a non-royal name bearer has not only gained access to the upper echelons of British society, but has also held significant positions within organizations directly patronized by the reigning British monarch King Charles Roman III, and also reportedly connected to other senior royals like the Duke of Kent. The optics of this from the perspective of the legitimate German royal family are clearly problematic, suggesting that this individual may have leveraged a questionable claim to status to open doors within influential British circles, potentially interacting with the highest levels of the royal family under a guise of nobility that is now being vehemently disputed. The narrative of how this alleged situation came about adds another layer of complexity, and for the Hone family evidently a layer of pain and frustration. According to Prince Karl Friedrich, when he first became aware of the individual identifying as Prince Donatus, he reached out directly to him to seek clarification regarding his claims to princely status. Prince Karl Friedrich recounts that he wrote to Donatus asking for the truth behind his purported connection to the House of Hone. The response he received was to say the least revealing. Donatus reportedly replied, "Yes, I have been adopted by your Aunt Katharina." This admission prompted Prince Karl Friedrich to seek further clarification, this time from the family member named in Donatus' response, Princess Katharina Fodorov of Hone. The conversation Prince Karl Friedrich reportedly had with his aunt sheds a rather uncomfortable light on the circumstances surrounding the adoption. According to Prince Karl Friedrich's account to The Sun, his aunt, Princess Katharina, explained her decision with startling candor. Prince Karl Friedrich quoted her as saying, "Yes, well, he offered me such an amount of money I couldn't resist. She was always short of money." This alleged admission suggests a transaction where adoption into the family, and presumably the acquisition of the Hone surname, and the potential to claim some form of noble status was motivated by financial considerations rather than familial connection or dynastic succession. It is understood that this adoption by Princess Katerina Theodora occurred around the year 2003. Within the strict, often complex, and sometimes rigid rules and traditions of European noble houses, adoption, particularly by individuals outside the direct dynastic line and seemingly for financial gain, is often viewed with deep suspicion and is typically not considered to confer legitimate princely status or dynastic rights. Prince Karl Friedrich's description of Donatus as a non-royal name bearer highlights this distinction. He may legally bear the surname Hone through adoption, but this does not, in the view of the head of the house, make him a member of the actual princely family or entitle him to use noble titles or styles associated with it. The situation leaves the legitimate Honold family in a difficult position. Prince Karl Friedrich lamented this to the outlet, stating, "There's nothing we as a family can do." This suggests that while they can publicly disavow the individual's claims to be a member of the princely family or use its associated titles, the legal fact of the adoption and the use of the surname may be beyond their ability to easily reverse or prevent, at least in certain contexts. This episode raises broader questions about how individuals claiming connections to foreign nobility are vetted within high-profile circles, including those surrounding royalty. How did someone whose claim to princely status is now being so forcefully challenged manage to become chairman of a prominent orchestra's friends group and an ambassador for a prestigious school, both patronized by the king? While charitable and cultural organizations often welcome support from anyone willing to provide it, the implication here is that a potentially misleading presentation of identity may have facilitated access and influence. The story serves as a stark reminder that the world of aristocracy, even in the 21st century, is one where lineage titles and connections still hold currency, and where the potential for individuals to seek advantage through the appearance of such status remains. For King Charles Roman III, a monarch with such tangible and valued connections to his German cousins and heritage, the idea that someone allegedly misrepresenting their status within a related noble house could gain proximity to his charitable endeavors is undoubtedly unwelcome news. It underscores the challenges faced by public figures, including royals, in navigating the complex social landscape and ensuring the authenticity of the individuals with whom they interact through their official duties and patronages. In conclusion, the revelation from the head of the House of Hohenzollern regarding an individual identified as Dr. Donatus, who was alleged to have operated as a fake prince within British high society for some 20 years, presents a truly remarkable situation. According to Prince Karl Friedrich, this individual's connection to the family stems solely from an adoption by his aunt, Princess Katerina Fodora, reportedly motivated by financial necessity on her part. Despite bearing the surname through adoption, the legitimate head of the family asserts he is not a member of the royal house and should not use princely titles. The concern heightens due to this individual's reported connections to organizations patronized by King Charles Roman III, raising questions about how such access was gained and maintained. This situation certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the intricate world of European nobility, the enduring significance of lineage, and the challenges of authenticity in high-profile circles. We would love to hear your thoughts on this extraordinary story. What do you make of these claims? Do you think such instances of alleged misrepresentation are common? Please share your opinions in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video if you found this information insightful. Subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into royal news and history, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next update. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next